Nerds and geeks, hold on to your seats. It's about to go down with peace, motherfucker. The legendary Nerd Around Table is in the building. Tom is talking Cunningham.
What's up, motherfucker?
Mo Kelly.
Just, you motherfuckers are so vulgar. I tell you, I don't understand. Just so angry and shit all the goddamn time.
Dr. Liz from the motherfucking freeway.
And I literally just got off the freeway from my 2-hour commute. Hello, everyone.
Your motherfucking commute, though.
I guess it is.
Anthony from 2 fucking cubicles down.
Oh, hello. Oh, I really want Liz's lunchbox to make an appearance with her. I can't stop thinking about that.
What lunchbox is this we're talking about?
We're not talking about it.
No, look, she has some contraband over there.
Contraband.
Last but not least, Ryan Twitch, motherfucking Master McBain. How you doing, good sir?
Thank you.
Motherfucker, doing great.
Look, all of this motherfucking madness right now is courtesy of the one and only Peacemaker. This show is officially out of control. This last episode, they said, fuck you, and fuck you too. Thank you very much for coming. Top to bottom, I was rolling on my ass. Tom, I know you have been I don't know about this. Has episode 4 brought you all the way in this bitch?
Okay, so first of all, let me just say, I laughed at the first episode. I got into halfway into the second episode before I said, you know what, I need to take a break. And then I have since then watched all of the episodes, and I have truly embraced it. The butterfly thing was confusing. Now the butterfly thing isn't confusing. And, the white dragon thing was problematic. The introduction of Vigilante, which crazily enough, I actually used to collect the Vigilante comic book. And because I thought the outfit was cool, and I like how this dude is not the way he was in the comic book, but he's just as committed to being an excellent assassin. I have fully embraced the show, and the twist that they introduced in the previous episode, and now confirmed to actually a cast member in the current episode, is a brilliant little piece of writing there. So
we talk spoilers, so be specific.
Okay, so there is a character on a black man who is the head of the butterflies team, which is out there specifically to catch the butterflies. And you find out at the end of episode 4 that he actually has a butterfly in his own head. And we don't understand why he is fully committed to eliminating other butterflies. But by the end of episode 5, Viola Davis's character's daughter, who is better known perhaps from Orange is the New Black, she actually uses one of Peacemaker's pieces of gear with X-ray vision to see that there is a butterfly in the team leader's head, and he realizes that she knows, and he attacks her.
I love it.
Now the question is,
the fact that he put on the damn X-ray helmet and walked in there when they went on their butterfly hunting mission,
right,
and just
at the
started
factory,
gunning folks down.
Yeah,
look, I'm there for it. I'm there for that. I'm there for the 10-minute attack on every single person that John Technology, whatever his name is, Diebeard, could have sent to prison instead of his father, Economist. And when this motherfucker said Bill Cosby just got out of jail, why not him? He's not doing anything. I said, look, this show's got me forevermore, because you don't give a damn about anybody nor their feelings. They are totally committed to these characters. His father, the White Dragon, his racism is so out of control. I'm like, dude, everything that comes out your mouth is racist as hell. But they also reverse it and they flip it, because when you have a character like the fucking vigilante going into prison and just laying waste to all these Aryan Nation motherfuckers, and he's just in their face with all this I don't know, almost counter racism. It's just like, wow, man, thank you for this show at a time when everyone is wound up tight as frog pussy, giving us a show that's just loose and wild.
You said it was tight though. Was it not loose?
No, Kermit the Frog said that's why I need a pig, because frog pussy's too tight. Okay,
look. We are taking this in such an incredibly just. I mean, it's perfectly on brand for Peacemaker because it's an incredibly offensive show. But one of my favorite pieces of back and forth is with Detective Song and the White Dragon, because she's giving as good as she gets. And even from the beginning, where their first interaction, and he called her chopsticks and she called him fork, and then Baby Dicks from the Scary Movie franchise, it's like, well, you should have called him a spoon. It's like, everybody in the world uses spoons. You think he knows that? I mean, it's just, it's really, really deftly, cleanly written. And John Cena has won me over with his rants. Just the sequences where they write him, where he has a back and forth with the person with whom he's arguing, are just simply astonishingly well written. And that whole thing with Economist, where he was rattling off those lists of people that he could have blamed instead of his dad, it was amazing.
You know, can we get more Judo Master? I just really want more Judo Master. Not fighting, but just talking shit.
Yeah.
I found myself wondering if that was a man or a woman, because the character is so slight in build and the voice is so high pitched, and we never see him out of costume, which is something that perhaps the Book of Boba Fett could take a cue from. But
message.
And I don't know that I think we're done with Judo Master. Yes, I mean,
no, Judo Master's still alive.
Oh, he's still alive?
Yeah.
Oh,
after he was shot,
right.
Yeah.
Yeah, they were rehabilitating him. That's right.
I think Judo Master will be there to stay because he's in the intro.
He is in the intro.
Right.
I don't know if you're going to kill him off.
Neck. Yeah. I don't know. It seems like they're positioning him to join the team just like Vigilante joined the team.
Right.
So I guess we'll see. But it's a show that I anxiously is like, ooh, is it up yet? That's my ooh, is it up yet?
McBain, with your dark, twisted sense of humor, is this show hitting on all the right buttons for you?
It hit me at the first episode. All the things you guys have said so far, why you like the show, I totally agree with. But the main thing for me that makes me love this show is the lack of self-awareness that characters like John Cena and the Vigilante have. The things that he says, you're like, dude, do you ever pay attention to what you're saying? It's just like so idiotic, so stupid, but it's so funny. Like the show is just like, for me, it's like one big dick joke. Yes, I know it's immature. Yes, but like I knew I was getting that when I started watching the show. Like the rants he goes on about like Batman and Aquaman. It's just funny. It's like the show makes fun of itself. That's why I love it so much.
But the rants
this dude straight
cool.
went and said that when this dude talked about Superman with the poop.
Oh, that's what I was about to say.
He straight gave Superman the Nazi accent or whatever. I was like, you're killing me right now, dude. He say Superman is pooping finished time. I can't.
You all right, man?
I was telling Tuwala earlier.
Tuwala, you okay, man? You want to ask what's act or what? What's up?
No, it's Joker Venom, bro. It's Joker Venom.
Was killing me. Oh man.
Ryan, to your point, the jokes to Tom's point is so cleanly written, and to Ryan's point, it's so silly and stupid. When you have the jokes, it helps if you know some comic book nerddom, you know something about the backstory of the characters, so you get some of the jokes. But it's not essential to enjoying the show. You can just enjoy the show for the humor itself without getting all the jokes. The banter itself is enough.
Yeah. Most definitely. And I'm excited to see where it goes. I think DC has done itself such a disservice by taking itself too serious in their cinematic universe. And James Gunn comes along and says, "Hey, so what are you guys doing with the Suicide Squad franchise? Could I take a crack at that? You know, I'm out of Disney for a while." Like, "Oh yeah, sure, here, give it a go. We're not really doing anything with it. You know, we were gonna throw it in the trash." And he comes back and he makes it this irreverent, silly, bloody, over the top, extravaganza. And then he says, "But I'm not done. I've got something that I want to do with John Cena's character." And I'm sure, the folks up top at HBO were like, or HBO Max or DCEU were like, "Wait, what? A
Yeah, that's
Peacemaker
probably a
series?" He
hard
said,
sell. A hard sell.
Just let me do it. Just let me do it. I promise you. Please let me do this. Please let me do this. I'll take a pay cut. Whatever. And he's delivering on all cylinders on what is thus far one of the best DC television offerings yet. Like period. Just something that is so succinct and for all the comedy and all the over the topness of it, there is still some really deep DC lore that they're exploring in this show. There's names that they're dropping that they're making canon within the DC, television and film universe that you're like, wow, so you're acknowledging that character exists? Like, oh wow, you guys are deep. Not too many people are going to drop a Matter Eater Lad reference and talk about how he ate a Wendy's.
I think you putting a little too much on it, because it is still the DC universe, and it could just be this show. So to say
It
that
could
it
be.
can make
You're right.
canon is a bit of a stretch too far.
No, it could be canon. It could be both. Go ahead, Tom. I know where you're going with this. Go ahead, Tom.
Well, the point to me is that you have a character who is established in canon, and you're referring to other canon characters. He's not referring to these people as, people he remembers from his youth. He's talking about missions with Matter Eater Lad. And we already saw a kid from. Well, I'm just saying, canon doesn't necessarily mean it's going to be embraced by the broader DCEU. It just means that these characters exist in that universe and could be potentially exploited, if only by James Gunn. Because that's what I think we're leading to. I think there's almost no way in the world we don't get a sequel to Peacemaker. And for me, this is the polar opposite of the serious take that HBO took with Watchmen. So you have one show that is completely socially conscious, dealing with weighty issues, dealing with a whole bunch of things that could potentially be interpreted, but so clearly set apart in their own isolated, encapsulated space. Whereas Peacemaker is taking the exactly opposite approach of being wildly inappropriate, over the top, trying to make sure that people realize that there is a place in their space for people to have fun and do some fun things in these types of universes. And I embrace them both for what they are, and I'm glad that HBO at least is caring enough about trying to put out superior product that it almost makes up for the abominations that have been almost every DCEU film.
Almost.
Hey,
well,
I like Harley Quinn. I like Man of Steel too. I mean, I think the Harley Quinn one wasn't. I mean, I expected it to be a lot worse than what it was.
I think that's what I said.
Bad.
Almost. Yeah.
Yeah.
All of them weren't bad. The big ones, the
there were
ones that
some
we thought
bad.
were supposed to be good, were really, really bad.
Yeah,
when you bring Will Smith into a franchise, you think that, all right, Will Smith is in it. Maybe this one's gonna win, and then it doesn't, and it crashes and burns horribly. And then you bring
the third act, fourth act.
What?
And then
third. I don't know. You liked it a little too much, because me, right after like the middle
after the second act,
of the second act, I was like, yo.
After the second minute.
No, the worst of the worst of DC is how you have such a good film of Wonder Woman, and then the 1984.
Wait,
slow down. Slow down.
Now you are overselling things.
Yeah,
right.
In comparison to 1984.
Okay, but that's fine.
You have a drop off. You have a good film of Wonder Woman.
No, you had a 5. Wonder Woman.
Yeah,
was a 5.
that is not a 5.
Yeah, on a good day.
That is not a 5.
Yeah, it's on a
4.
good day.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
If I can come to Liz's defense, I'll give Wonder Woman 1 a 7. But Wonder Woman 2 is a piece of shit.
It's
I
a
almost
0.
I almost walked out of the theater, and I live at home, so
It's a negative.
Uh,
It's a negative. And I
So,
mean, for you to have such success in a DC film, Wonder Woman, and then you turn around and came up with that, which to me was an easy. I think Wonder Woman is an easy sell for you to make a decent movie as a sequel. That wasn't watchable.
Which
No,
is
it
why
wasn't.
Patty Jenkins needs to touch nothing that is Star Wars related. It's already on life.
I don't think she's going to anymore.
I don't think so.
Better not
Yeah,
be.
she's out.
No.
Hey, Chihuahua,
Yeah.
if I could very quickly, we got some folks in the chat who are pretty happy about being here.
Aw.
Richard Garrison was waiting since 5:15 tonight.
It is.
Damn.
Oh, my man.
Barack Giles says, "We out here." And Nina Louise says, "What's with the fucking language?"
Exactly.
What you mean?
Welcome to the fucking party.
I'll say whatever the mother.
Yeah.
So
That
the
we're
chat is
trying to
popping
get all of,
tonight.
yeah, we're trying to get all of the cursing out of the way before we have to talk about Olba Fett.
No,
Ooh,
no. I
he's
got
gonna get
plenty
worse.
pent up.
No,
Get
but
worse.
you know what? No, you know what? Here's the thing. I was really done after episode 4 because I said there's nothing that's going to happen good with the brochure of Olba Fett. I thought we were done. I thought the story was trash. My heart was
More like
broken. I
a
thought, man, I
pamphlet.
can't believe that Filoni and Favreau are doing this to me. Like, I put so much trust into them. And then they made an OG call. They said, yo, we need to call up the specialist. We need to call up the one that makes everything right. Get Bryce Dallas Howard on the phone, because she is responsible for one of the best episodes of The Mandalorian. For real, she is. She's an incredible director. They said, hey, Bryce, we know that you've been working on the season premiere for The Mandalorian. Can we get that episode? You know, we'll do a couple of reshoots and throw in like a Ming Na Wen cameo in the end to connect it loosely to Boba Fett. But she's like, but my episode has nothing to do with the series.
Barely connected.
I'm not talking about Boba Fett at all. This is
that's
I don't
the
even know what
problem,
you guys are doing right now. And they said it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter.
But it connected with the last 2 lines of the show.
The best episode of the Book of Boba Fett didn't have fucking Boba Fett in it. That's the whole problem with this fucking show. I saw
everybody but
first 30 seconds of this
They said his
episode.
name.
I got extremely upset because I was saying to myself, imagine how shitty this scene would be if Mandalorian walked into that room looking for his mark with his helmet off.
Or talk.
Yeah.
Right.
How stupid
Right.
that would look. The reason why that scene works so well, because the whole intimidation aspect of it. If anything, the only thing this episode did, I liked the episode, but all it did was make me hate Boba Fett even more. I don't give a fuck about Boba Fett anymore. Fuck him.
To go to that opening
This
scene.
thing kissed me in my ass. I just don't care about Boba Fett. Every legacy character Disney has touched, they've changed for no apparent reason, and they've made it worse. It's like they can't, it's like they're saying to themselves, oh, well, we can't make characters as good as the characters that came before that we had nothing to do with, so we're going to fuck them over and make them worse so our characters can kind of like catch up to them. That's how I feel. Once again, Disney kissed me in my ass.
Wait, I disagree. I disagree, if only because they might get it right with The Mandalorian, because going back to this episode, they made it very clear that Mando was going to look for Grogu at the end. Okay. So they have some unfinished business.
He's not a legacy character, though. Yes, it's going to be good.
No. I'm getting there. But that means they have to run into Luke Skywalker again.
Well, and Ahsoka.
Here's the thing about this episode. There's a nice Easter egg in this episode. That's his new ship. That's Anakin's ship from episode 1.
No, that's not. It's the same model.
Well, yeah, but like everything happens for a reason. They did that for a reason. It's got to be Anakin's ship.
Okay,
I think you're right, Ryan.
Everything happens for a reason.
Yeah.
So you mean to tell me? Let me just get this clear. You mean to tell me that the next episode we're going to project possibly is going to be clearly a focus on the Mandalorian, and then the rest?
No,
it's going to go back to Olba Fett.
Yeah. I mean, look, they have a great opportunity to fuck up all the hype and all the new found love that everyone has for the Mandalorian and take us back to Boba Fett. And it's really interesting. How can you have an episode that's not just good because Mando's in it, but an episode that's written well, directed well, the action in it was stellar.
Yep.
We're seeing more backstory and mythos to the whole Mandalorian story altogether. Everything about this episode was fantastic. One of the best Mandalorian episodes.
Yes,
How
it
do
was.
you have people within the same studio maybe operating on the same lot, and they're got to be looking over at the Boba Fett crew
Probably the
like,
same writers.
you guys got multicolored Vespas that hover? What are you guys doing over there? Like, okay, we're over here with Mandalorian. We can't really fuck with y'all right now. You guys are over there doing your own thing. We feel bad for you. Tomorrow, we love you. You're an OG in this game. What are they doing? He's probably like, well,
Emphasis on O.
yeah.
He's got his insure and his
So
activity.
you're saying,
Oh.
wait. So you're saying that the rest of this season, Mandalorian is not appearing again? You guys don't think it will?
Look,
No.
who knows?
No.
Who knows? He literally just said, hey, I'll help you out, but I got to go take care of something. So that lets us know he's not going right to help them out. She literally said, we need some muscle. And he said, look, it's on the house. I got you no matter what. I've got to go handle something first. She's looking for people right now. She didn't say, oh, we'll wait till you get back. She's like, okay, good, man. Appreciate the love.
Back to what Twala said. The episode before, when Boba Fett's going like, yeah, I have lots of money, but I need muscle. And he, as if he doesn't know where to go to, like he doesn't know muscle. And then
Alzheimer's.
He met Mando. He met Mando like 4 weeks ago.
Yes,
in
and then
timeline.
Fennec's like, oh, I know someone. Motherfucker, you both know the same person. How does he not know where to go? It's so stupid.
And even then, he went to them.
True.
They didn't go find him. He came to Mos Eisley's, where they were already
That is
at.
true. That is true.
So
seriously, she literally saw the ship manifest and said, "Oh man, Mando's on that ship. I'm gonna go over to the
I'm
doctor
gonna see
and see
what's
if I
up."
can find him."
Maybe she's clairvoyant or some shit.
Can
Oh
we
my
be clear
God.
though? Boba Fett having trouble looking for muscle is like Tony Soprano having trouble looking for gangsters in Jersey.
Thank you.
He's Boba Fett.
Well-
He was standing in Cloud City with a bunch of other renegades, and he was one
Next
of
to
the
Darth Vader.
worst mercs in the galaxy. But he doesn't have anybody he can call.
I'm not
I
gonna
will
lie.
just say this one thing
He
about
lost
Boba
his
Fett.
intergalactic Rolodex.
Well, some
Empire
of the-
Strikes Back. He's talking to Vader and says,
the final
"What if he
fact.
dies? He's worth a lot to me." Telling Vader, "Look, I better get my money." And Vader
Right.
didn't force choke the shit out of him.
Right.
We went from that to this.
Well, hold on.
Yeah.
In all honesty, the muscle he did find was rolling
He
around
lost
in
it.
multicolored Vespas. So
They
We're
are
getting handled
rascals.
by
I
an
am
old
gonna
wolf.
tell you right now.
Vespas actually can move. These
He-
are
he-
rascals.
he's
One of those little
he's going
rascals?
senile. He's
One of those
going
little
senile.
rascals, pale as hell. How are you that pale living on Tatooine? The fucking planet has 2 fucking suns.
Hey,
Hey, that's
look,
real.
He's
Ryan,
got
we should not
275 sunblock though. So.
Oh, SPF.
Ryan, we should not run by your comment because it's really important. Because he didn't look up on Vader, but he made it very clear. Remember that scene? Because when Lando tried to say, "Hey, you're changing the deal," pray I do
Yeah.
not change it again.
Again.
Okay?
Yes.
He was ready to force choke the shit out of Lando, right? But
Yes.
when Boba Fett said he's worth a lot to me, basically giving Vader some lip, don't fuck up my money. Vader
Yeah, you'll
said,
be
And Vader said,
The
he
Empire
said,
will-
"Don't worry, you will be compensated."
Compensated.
yes.
You will be compensated.
He didn't
Okay.
talk down to him. He said, "Hey, brother, I got,
Got
you.
you.
I
He
got
talked down
you."
to Lando, though. That's all I'm saying.
Right. It was a different level of respect.
Well,
he
to
wouldn't
be
respect
fair-
this
He wouldn't get
motherfucker.
that. I was just about to say.
No.
To
I
be fair, Darth Vader could not see Boba Fett's perm because he had the helmet on. Had he seen
Let
the
your soul glow.
just let your soul keep shining through.
Sang,
Oh
boy.
man. Oh man.
Yeah,
No, but-
this show.
Well, I would say what got me the most is I originally thought it was Disney just nerfing Boba Fett, but when we watched Mando with the Darksaber cut a motherfucker in half
Mm.
and then
Yes.
remove his head and put it in
Mhm.
a bag and go strolling down the street and get on a spaceship with it? No.
Yeah.
That's
It's
what
just
Boba Fett should be doing.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly.
That shit.
That's Boba Fett, and that is
Gig.
the result of very poor writing. So I
I mean,
just
I
gotta
blame. Look,
keep
I
that up.
blame Robert Rodriguez. Maybe he's not a Star Wars fan. He might just be like, look, I don't do Star Wars. It's not my world. You know, I do these other weird films.
But,
You know, I'm
but
I'm
his
still
but his
I'm over here
episode
with
when
it.
Boba appears in his armor in Mandalorian, that was a Robert Rodriguez episode, and that episode was badass. He had Boba Fett just
That's
killing
true.
motherfucking stormtroopers left and right.
That is
But
true.
he may have been just directing and did not have as much creative control in Mandalorian. I'm just guessing here because it seems like he's been left to his own devices in Boba Fett.
How many Boba Fett's episodes have you done? Like 2 at least.
Too many.
I thought he did the first
I thought he
three.
did most of them. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, we're only on
what,
4 or
5.
5?
Five.
This
5?
is
Well,
5.
So
yeah.
1 is Bryce Dallas Howard, so that leaves us 4.
Is there 7 altogether or 6?
I think it's 7.
7.
I think it's 7.
Look, just let Bryce do the
Woo.
rest. Just let her do, or look, bring in Carl Weathers because his episode of The Mandalorian was great too.
Fantastic.
So I mean, look, they obviously have other people, and they obviously have the ability to tell dope stories. But I think you're right, Ryan. I think maybe this is yet another attempt for the Star Wars universe saying, man, kill the past, kill it dead. We need to make sure people are done with all these legacy characters. We're trying to move forward. We can't move forward if you guys are still clinging to Chewbacca and Han and all. No, let them
But then
all
why would you
die.
make a story? Yeah, but then why would you make Solo?
Yes.
Yeah.
Exactly.
You know,
Thank
I don't
you.
know.
You don't
Yes.
kill him
I
over the
can't
course of the
stand
series.
Solo, but I'm
Solo was
saying
horrible.
that
Yes.
that
Yes.
why would you make a movie about how they were introduced if you're trying to kill them off?
Yeah. In a
Yeah.
shitty
Oh no,
way
the
too.
plan, and you've got Kenobi as a prequel. I don't think they're trying to kill off those characters as much as they are trying to kill off the influence of the iconic films from the 70s, because they want
That's the
to
problem.
create. Well, but they want to create Star Wars for this generation. They need the hype of something that is not from 1976 to carry
7.
into the modern
Seven, yeah.
77
See, I
into the modern sensibilities
That's a
of the
problem.
current.
It is a problem.
And
It
Well-
is.
and the reason why I say that's a problem is because I mean, how can I say this gently?
Don't.
Don't.
My children and younger generations that I around, the younger ones, Star Wars is not their top 5. In the same way that Star Wars are a top 5 of 70 babies, 80s, even 90s.
Hey,
So
I was
the
born in the
notion-
60s. Get it right.
Okay, fine. We
Damn.
can include the 60s. But the point is that the 2000s, the people that they're trying to grab, they are the parent. The only way that they're is because their parents have stuffed it down their throat. And I've attempted,
Mhm.
and my kids are rejects. They saw that Solo movie and they were like, Lord, what are
Ooh.
we doing? They both fell asleep.
Yeah, I would not.
Well,
have
but I mean,
They
Solo's
saw-
not
they
the
saw-
way
But
to.
my
Last
kids
Jedi.
love that stuff.
You fed them something bad then. That's a bad.
I
that's a
mean,
bad
my
movie.
But
kids,
my
they
point is that
actually they
their
came up on
core-
Star Wars.
Yeah, but
Well,
the
think-
core group is not these younger people. So you're not going to
I
get
agree
them to
with
fall
Liz.
in love by
That's true.
showing
Yeah,
this
that's
crap
true.
Solo
true.
or showing the crap Last Jedi by showing this
Thank you.
Boba Fett. My kids don't want to see this. And
But
and
this
if
is
you
but
want,
but see, this is the difference though. By where you got the kids into Star Wars is the animated stuff, and that bridged people into Mandalorian. Mandalorian is an unqualified hit. Nobody is mad at
Yes.
Mandalorian.
Mhm.
And so what I'm saying is that the same spirit that pulls James Bond to be in its 7th actor and always trying to refresh and always trying to keep it up and always trying to do this, that, and the third. This is what I think they're trying. I think they're trying to create an on-ramp for people. They thought Mando gave them the template, and they thought they'd be able to recreate that template by introducing an iconic character, albeit with a different actor who was introduced in the postquels or prequels. And they misfired. They completely misfired.
They got lazy. They got lazy.
They got lazy. They thought Boba Fett alone was going to be enough. And the
That
interesting
name.
thing, They thought it was going to be in.
They
alone.
made the same mistake they made with the sequel trilogy. They just figured, oh, it's Star Wars. People are going to come see it regardless. But no, you pissed off the diehard fans.
Listen,
That's what happened.
Force
They got
Awakens
lazy.
is still like the 5th most profitable film in history because it opened so big because people thought it was going to be this exciting new chapter. So everything went
And-
downhill.
and-
profit
What was
after
that?
Force
chapter.
Awakens
failed
wasn't
for the
bad.
banana
Look,
in the tailpipe.
No,
let's
we
not
also
throw
thought going
Force Awakens
in.
out.
Yeah, but we also thought that we were going to have more of the legacy characters in the
Yeah.
Force
Right.
Awakens
Yeah,
because we're
sure.
supposed
Yeah.
to catch up with everyone,
Right.
and it gave us a little bit of that, but not enough of that. We said, okay, we'll get it in the Last Jedi. We didn't get any of it in the Last Jedi.
Nope.
No.
And we didn't get, and then we got a
Except
thrown
Lando.
together. Right, we got a thrown together Palpatine.
We got Lando in the
piece of
last movie.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
Lando
what I'm
wasn't
saying.
even Last Jedi.
No,
Oh,
Lando
but-
was.
No, he wasn't.
No,
No,
it
he
wasn't.
Mm-mm.
No, he wasn't.
No,
He
it
was
wasn't.
only in
No,
the
Luke
Rise of
was in the
Skywalker.
second movie. Remember, they
Yeah.
they split it up. Han
No,
and Leia were in the
Lando
first
was in the
one.
last one. He got his daughter.
Yeah, he was in the last one, but he wasn't in the
Yeah.
Last Jedi.
Oh, what was the
Rise of
last one?
Skywalker is the last one.
Rise of
Yeah.
Skywalker's the last one.
Oh, got it. Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
See,
Oh, very
you see how
quickly-
bad it is, Tom? You see how
Exactly.
bad
That's how bad it is.
And
That right
and
there.
if you think about how how that one opened in comparison, like I mean, I was able to get a nice ticket, on just walking up on opening night. Like
saw
I
it on
mean,
Disney Plus.
that's
people
because
did not
the Last
are no
Jedi
longer
ruined
invested.
it.
Exactly.
The
I
Last
wasn't
Jedi
invested.
ruined it for everybody.
Yes.
I'm gonna say
yes.
Ryan Johnson ruined it.
Ryan
That's where I'm going to
Johnson,
blame.
Yeah.
Kathleen Kennedy, and Jar Jar
Yes.
Abrams. What the fuck his name is?
Yeah.
Hey, very
Okay.
quickly
JJ.
from the chat, Nina Louise says that's true as far as generations in Star Wars. I was the one that made my kids watch Star Wars, but they love it and were born in 2002 and 2007. But maybe that's the exception, which proves the rule. And also, they are the only reason I watched Mandalorian. I think they, being her kids, are the only reason
Mhm.
why she watched
Right.
Mandalorian. So I'm quite sure there's some generational overlap. Like Tuala, you brought your kids along, but by and large, it's not like this groundswell of support for the modern day properties
No.
from the 20 to 30-year-old young people. It's not. No, they
No,
don't
but
care about
but
Star
what's
Wars.
interesting, and this goes to Ryan's point. A lot of the people that I work with at my school, most of them between the ages of 19 and I'd say maybe 26, they all were into the Mandalorian. Why? Because of the hype of me and some of the older people in the office who were just losing our mind. Like, this is going to be incredible. This is going to be incredible. So many of them watch it who are like Liz, to the point where like, I don't like Star Wars. Like, what is Star Wars? I've never watched it before. And I'm
I
like,
didn't
what the fuck is
dislike
going on
Star
here?
Wars. I said,
But well, I mean, I'm
it's a
saying
hit
like
and miss.
you're not like the diehard. So
No.
I'm not saying you're a Star Wars hater, but most of the people I work with are not. They don't even know Star Wars. They were born, late into the re-releases of the damn prequels, so they don't know it. They don't care about it. We're hyped on this thing, and I kept telling them, you don't have to watch anything Star Wars. Just watch The Mandalorian. They all
See-
watched it and thought it was dope. Then they said, you know what? I'll check some other stuff out. And they said, you're tripping. You're high because those prequels, that was trash. I'm like, yes, they were. And they're like the original films. I can maybe see why you liked it because it's old, like you. So I can see why you may have liked those. But Star Wars, I like it. But they all like The Mandalorian.
It doesn't age as well, and that's just is what it is. I know
Just
that-
like him.
Damn. This mother.
but this is but I've said this before. The problem with Star Wars for me is like it's different from like Marvel. Marvel has been able to have different on ramps for people to get on and to then explore. And so when there's some misses, the misses aren't that much of a miss. And you're like, okay, I can tolerate
hell.
this. Well, I mean, there's some misses, but it's still not to the point where you're willing to just be like, you know what, I'm not sure if I'm going to continue. Versus Star Wars has been like, there's some highs, there's some lows, and then there's some, okay, I can deal, and then there's a high again. There, it's so inconsistent that you're not sure if I can trust it, which is why it takes a long time for there to be a hit, and then it takes and that's unlike Star Wars, because Star Wars used to depend on Star Wars is coming out. You don't even need to see a full trailer. I'm there. That's no longer the case.
It's inconsistent The difference between Marvel and Star Wars is Marvel sat back and go, look, this is where we are. This is where we want to end. Let's have a game plan. Star Wars is like, well, fuck it. It's Star Wars. People will come see it. We don't need a plan. We don't need an outline.
For a while.
They did for a while, the original trilogy, but this sequel trilogy, they had no plan whatsoever. And that was its downfall.
But I would disagree with Liz with one point. Star Wars has not had a few misses. They've had mostly misses since the original trilogy. I'm being very serious. They have not had an unmitigated, bona fide, across the board hit, with the exception of The Mandalorian. Now, I think Rogue One was critically acclaimed and well received, but it didn't reach the Star Wars levels heights that we're accustomed to
Yeah, it
seeing.
wasn't a hit. It wasn't a hit. Yeah.
It was good. I thought it was all right.
I thought it was
no,
good,
no.
but I'm saying
No. I'm saying I loved it, but I'm saying as far as what you would expect from Star Wars and the hype and the sales and just all that.
Right.
No, it did. It just took those of us who grew up with Star Wars and were ready for something a little more mature and a little, darker from the Star Wars universe. It gave us what we wanted. We walked out there like, yes, they're going a new direction. We love it. Oh man, this new Star Wars film, this is going to be the truth. And then we saw, we said, wow, this went really Disney real fast. It went real Disney real fast.
Real fast. Yeah.
And that was the fear when Disney said, hey, we're doing Star Wars movies, sans George Lucas and the founding, fathers of Star Wars. A lot of us were like, what are we going to get? Is this going to be, a Disney-fied version of Star Wars? And when you walk away from The Force Awakens, the jokes, the humor, the tone of it was very much, hey kids, here's a fart joke. It's like, to me, it's like that kind of stuff where you're like, oh, I liked it. I wasn't mad because it was a rip of the original film. So it relied heavily on the nostalgia. Does it hold up though? Nah, no, it doesn't hold up. Doesn't hold up. It's still very offensive that the first significant Black character that you introduce off the top is a janitor, stormtrooper, shit like that. I'll never get over.
Ray! No, we're 80% of this whole fucking lines of their whole trilogy.
That is
But
true.
It's a good check.
But the real betrayal of John Boyega is that they basically told us he was going to be a stormtrooper who turns Jedi.
Yes.
Yes.
And
they set it up that way.
And then at the end of the second movie, they kind of reinforced it by saying anybody could be a Jedi. Even a stable hand on a planet that has super horses.
Stable hand.
He can be a Jedi. And then they didn't make him a Jedi.
You know what that is?
No, we don't know if Broom Boy
banana in
got
the
to be a
tailpipe.
Jedi. Broom Boy could be a Jedi. We don't know.
Isn't that
Yeah,
interesting?
well.
No, he's
All
And
of
then
a
they
sudden,
neutered him and
he
made
could
him
be-
chase Rose after chasing Rey.
Right.
No. Rose was chasing his ass.
Yeah, but he eventually fell into the trap. Shit.
We're not going to win this
Rose
fight
got
for
done
killing what we
dirty.
hate. We're saving what we
Rose
love.
got done filthy. They did her
Yeah,
so
they-
dirty. They garbaged her out. I'm sure she's somewhere still burning like script pages, still not returning phone calls for how they just filthified her character. They said, you take your funny looking ass out of here. Okay, I'm not gonna do this.
Damn, Twala.
Serious.
No, I'm sorry. I know why Finn wasn't feeling her. I'm sorry. That's all I'm saying.
No,
Finn was like,
wow.
I'm not
Look,
into you like that. We're friends.
I'm not going to make any jokes about her
That-
like sister who died
Brett
in the movie was more
killed her
attractive.
life.
I'm not going to make that joke. But what I'm going to say is this.
It's not a joke. It's a fact.
What I'm going to say is this.
Wrong
What
kid
pissed me-
died.
What pissed
You
me
know
off
what?
the
You should have just let
damn
them.
it.
You should have just let him die then.
I didn't
Y'all
say
gonna
I
make
was
fun
making-
of her
I wasn't
looks.
making jokes.
She just
I wasn't
gonna.
making
She should have
jokes.
just been
All
like,
right.
I didn't
toast
say all that.
then, dude.
What I'm saying is I was ticked off that you see these posters and these trailers of Finn holding a lightsaber. I'm saying to
Right.
myself,
Right.
oh my God, this is going to be badass. And then we fell for the okie doke.
Yeah.
But you know what? And I'm gonna gripe on this. When Disney removed him completely from the trailer for the Chinese market. I mean, sorry, from the poster. They completely edited him out of the poster for the Chinese market. And it's like,
And
come
there
on.
was Rose, big as hell.
He talks about. I mean,
Damn.
he's clearly offended, and he's made a number.
I'm
of
offended too, and
statements.
it's not even me.
You
Like,
know,
how do you
you
do
know.
that?
Yeah, he
Yeah, I'd be
spoke his
mad.
mind. He spoke his mind, which I respect.
Yeah, cash a check.
He sure did. He's still cashing
No,
them
he did.
checks.
Look,
Yeah.
he
Him and Ray
waited till
Fisher.
he had action figures. He waited till he was steady in the lore. He waited till
After the
all the
movies
shit
were
was
over.
done.
Mhm.
You know,
Yeah.
did all
He
the
was like-
checks clear? Cool. Let me
Say
say my
He's like,
shit.
fuck
right
y'all.
now.
I'm done with Star Wars, and I'm not mad at
Yeah.
him.
Yeah.
Y'all
don't
will
blame
never
him.
have to
Even
call
Mark
me for
Hamill was
nothing
talking
never
shit.
again.
Mark Hamill's talking shit too.
Yeah. Look, when you piss off Mark Hamill,
Please,
get ready
bro.
for some great Twitter. Mark Hamill has one of the best Twitter feeds. Like when he goes in on something, he is hilarious.
One of his best Twitter
Hilarious.
post was like a tweet he put out that said missed opportunities, and it was the original cast in the Millennium
On the
Falcon.
Millennium Falcon.
Falcon,
Yes, I
yep.
remember that.
Shooting out
Yeah.
shots, saying like "fuck you, Disney."
Yeah.
But everyone was thinking the same thing. How can
Yes,
you
that's what
have
I wanted,
a
yes.
sequel trilogy and the main characters never ever greet, never
Nope.
ever see each other?
Nope.
Han saw Leia. Lando never got to see Leia.
Anybody.
On her
Han never saw
deathbed.
Luke. You know,
Lando saw her on her deathbed. I'm like, damn, really?
That's because
yeah.
that's because
I mean,
Disney
Lando
doesn't
saw
care
her
about
deathbed.
y'all.
Yeah, I
See,
know
the
They
they
don't
don't.
care about
the
they don't care about
galaxy's
you
a
guys
big
fans.
place, y'all.
They don't.
They don't care
That's
about
all
y'all
the-
fans. They
And that's
care
why this
about
whole yeah.
they care about the possible future. And the possible future, no little girl wants to be Leia anymore. That is
Leia.
Leia, whatever. They don't want to
No,
be
I
her
ain't no
anymore.
whatever. She's a
They don't
queen.
want her anymore. And I
Damn,
guarantee
they don't
they
want her
are looking.
anymore?
No,
What are we doing? They don't want her.
they didn't want
But-
Rey evidently either.
No,
They don't.
Well,
That is true.
they
Hey,
should have
Liz,
done a
they
cross
did
promotion
not
with
want the
Cinnabon.
scavenger girl. They didn't want her.
And that's who they're trying to grab. Is this their new little
No, they're
people
trying
who
to
are going to
grab
be
the f- no.
interested in
They're yeah.
Star Wars.
They're trying to
And-
grab the fringe fan. They don't care about the diehard fan.
because
Fringe
we're
fans.
going regardless. I will go
Mm.
see any Star Wars movie they put in
No, I won't-
theaters.
I won't.
regardless.
I won't. I will
refuse.
not see in the theaters. I will
No,
watch on Disney
no.
Plus. They ain't getting more of my money. Fuck all
I
that.
liked Fringe. It was a very solidly written sci-fi show until like the next to last season when they
You
went
did
in an
that?
entirely different direction.
Was it J.J. Abrams who did that?
I think so.
Probably.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, there you go.
Well,
Thank you. Thank you.
Well, he did episodes
thank you,
7 and 9.
Thank
thank you.
He did 7
At
and
least
9.
it wasn't Josh Whedon.
Ooh.
Oh,
Damn.
Ooh.
Why you gotta
wow.
go there?
Now, do you think
Ooh,
you would
yeah.
have both Ray
Wow,
Fisher and John
man,
Boyega
we are
pissed off
we
at
are
him?
shooting low
Oh
tonight.
my god.
Oh man. Oh man, we're digging deep. Oh man, it's a tough crowd tonight. Nobody is safe.
Yeah.
Nobody is safe.
Yeah, we fell for the Quaalude in the tailpipe.
Oh,
Hey
oh boy.
Is there, is
Liz,
there like a
since we are live, do you have your Bill Cosby lunchbox?
Oh no, it's
Get
not,
in.
not right. No, not behind me.
Oh, okay,
Find that
because I
shit.
want to see it. I
okay,
wanted
does it
to
have
see
like
it.
a Quaalude holder in it?
No, it was Quaalude Bay.
Oh man,
No.
I can't give.
It had a little
rim shot for
mixer. You could like mix the drinks.
Damn.
Those little
It
holders
does.
for
It does have the
Yeah.
does have the little cooler thing.
You start
Tom, what are you
putting it
doing?
in
Like
there.
Quaalude Bay?
Yeah, that
Yeah.
was Quaalude Bay.
Is it ground up or are they just whole pills?
These are
Hey.
full
Go with
pills.
the pudding pops.
Bill Cosby's show comes out on the show comes out on Sunday on Showtime.
I'm
Oh,
gonna
that's
watch
right. His
it.
documentary does come out, huh?
And tonight is Janet Jackson's. So
That's
and
right.
tomorrow.
Hey, you know what? I don't want to hear about Janet Jackson's story. I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
Okay, well,
I mean, look, we've
well,
been reading about her for like 20 years in tabloids.
Miss Jackson, if you're nasty.
We were all there
Miss
when the Super
Jackson.
Bowl happened.
Look, I'm not gonna watch Miss Jackson's documentary.
What did she do
but
to you?
besides,
Exactly.
Hey,
no,
Except
no,
show
no,
her
no, no.
pierced
She look,
nipple at the
look.
Super Bowl.
She has not
Leave Janet
done
alone.
anything to me. She, met her. She's very, very cool sister. Very, very cool sister. I'm just saying, like, look, we don't need any more. I don't need Michael bullied me. Stop. I don't want to hear about all this. I don't want to hear about this.
I do.
But outside of Janet and Bill Cosby getting their time to shine in
Are they?
documentaries.
Is it a song? I don't know.
Yeah, you look. Hey, look. Liz
He's
brought
out.
it to the round table. That's all I'm saying. It must be fresh. What else is popping out there, Ryan? What you watching?
Besides Peacemaker, I'm gonna try and finish The Expanse, and then I'll go over to Ozark because you motherfuckers keep talking
Yes.
Oh,
Watch the first
yeah.
episode of the first season. If you don't love it after the first episode, then don't watch anymore because it's gonna be more of the same. Watch the very
I almost
first
got jumped at
episode.
work. I almost got jumped because someone said brought up
By
Ozark.
Jason
And I
Bateman?
said, man, I was like, man, the round table keeps telling me it's dope. I haven't watched it yet. I mean, I swear, they were like surrounding me for a second. We're like, you don't watch Ozark? I was like, what's happening right now? Why are you all standing over me while I'm eating my
Twala,
lunch?
I am very surprised that when you said you don't watch Ozark, the entire
Yeah.
office didn't jump up like the butterflies and go.
Twala,
It felt like that. It felt like that.
Twala, you took my recommendation for Westworld. You took
True.
my recommendation for The Expanse.
Yes.
Take my recommendation for Ozark. Watch the first episode of the first season. If you're not hooked, then let it go.
Okay. Okay.
Just one
You
episode.
were going
All right.
to wake up at the end of this weekend with your eyes agog after having gone through 4 or 3.5 seasons of that damn
in one
show.
night.
It
Yes.
The ending
is a
of the
good
cliff,
show.
and the cool thing is they give really great cliffhangers to the
Yes.
next season.
Okay.
It's gonna be.
And you don't need to know anything about what it's about. You don't
Nope.
just watch it and allow it to just happen.
Mm.
And you
Okay.
think, because that's part of the reason why I didn't watch it in the beginning, because I thought Ozark, that's a funny ass name for a TV show, and that's part of the reason why I didn't get into it. And then I watched that first episode just to see what it was about, and I was like, shit, I am hooked immediately. And I watched like the first 2 seasons in a day.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Like that.
It's so good.
Yes. The
Okay.
first episode tells you everything you need to know about what's going to happen subsequent to that. It sets up everything. You don't have
And
to
the
wait.
and you know what the cool thing is that they don't leave anything on the table. Like it's a quick jump. It's like quick consecutive act, even if it's slow, a little slow, it's still consecutive action. Something's happening. So you're not sitting around like, oh, this is a wasted scene.
It's an awesome show.
But to your point, there's stakes for every
Mhm.
character. You never
yeah.
believe that anyone is above getting murked on that show.
Never.
Oh, okay.
Anybody can get it.
Anybody.
Oh.
Does not matter
oh.
age, nothing.
Every episode is a potential Sean Bean. Let's just be clear.
Yes.
Damn.
Wow.
Yes.
Every
Really?
episode.
From the baby to the senior,
It does not
everybody can
matter.
die.
Yes. In a horrible
Damn.
public way that everyone gets to see.
Oh yeah, no, listen. Just watch the damn show. I know Tony,
Yes.
Anthony, you're not going to watch the show. I get it. But everybody else, watch the damn show.
All right. Anthony, I'll take this one for you, bro. I'll take this one on
Thank
for
you.
you.
Yes.
I wouldn't even encourage you because of the fact that Jason Bateman was such a shitbag to you on the set. And an official fuck you, Jason Bateman. That's wrong.
Right.
You
And we've
need
never
to reach out to
extended,
Anthony.
Right. We've never extended an invitation for him to come on the show out of respect to Anthony from 2 cubicles down. We
Yeah.
take that shit seriously.
Yeah. Like
Well,
seriously,
you
when I
could
get any
like
emails from Ozark, I delete them.
you could like take a picture of a kitten and cut it out and just like put it on the screen and just kind of move it around the screen whenever Jason Bateman is on. He's on most of the shows, so your hand will be very active, but
Yeah,
at least
no.
you'd never
Good.
see him.
If I can find a way to get a bootleg so like they don't get the revenue for it and actually takes revenue away from them, then maybe
Look.
I'll
I am stunned at
A
how
bootleg?
unemotional
You
he
say? What is one of those? I know not what a bootleg is, but
Yeah.
I'm saying if that's what it takes.
Look into it. Maybe you can call somebody.
see what's out there.
You're stupid, Thomas.
It's stupid. Oh my God. I'm dead. I can't. All right, so wait, quickly, Anthony, you're not watching Ozark. What are you watching, brother?
Yo, tonight, All of Us Are Dead drops on Netflix.
What
is
is All
that?
of Us Are Dead?
It's a Korean show about zombies.
Oh, yeah,
Swallow, you're in.
Yeah,
Okay.
It's
okay.
the
All of
Korean
Us Are
show
Dead.
about zombies. Takes place in the school. So
Yes.
definitely gonna be.
I saw the preview for that.
Yeah.
Okay, what's that? Netflix?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Gonna catch it
Okay.
after
All of
this.
Us Are Dead. Not mad at that. Mo Kelly, what you looking at?
Ozark, obviously. and just finished the first seven episodes of that first half of the season, and I'm going to be starting Raising Dion season 2 on Tuesday.
Yes.
Yes.
I'm excited. I'm excited about that. They look like they have stepped up production.
It got serious.
Everything
it
got serious.
Yeah.
Like looks like Netflix said, "Hey, we're gonna give you a small budget. Michael B, we love you. We're gonna work with you to try to bring this to pass, and let's just see what it does. This is an interesting project. We're curious. And the response must have been good enough for them to say, okay, Michael, we're gonna give you a bigger check this time, and we're gonna let you actually have some special effects." And some real shit can jump off. So I'm excited about that. Okay. All right. That's Tuesday.
And we might have some guests from the show coming on soon as well.
Oh, Snapple. Oh, shit. You might have to tune into the Mo Kelly show for that. This weekend, as a matter of fact, tomorrow, Saturday. Yeah. Okay. Dr. Liz, what are you watching?
I'm not watching. What is it? Naomi.
Yeah.
Oh my God.
What happened?
I was like, wait, there's a Black Wonder Woman show?
Yeah, that would have been nice.
What happened to Naomi?
I left it. I can't.
Was it the poor special effects?
Well, that contributed. I mean, it's just. Did any of y'all watch Runaways?
Yes.
Hell yes, for 2 episodes.
Okay, so I suffered through and watched the whole thing. I can't do this. I can't.
What about Cloak and Dagger? Is it worse than Cloak and Dagger?
No, I think Cloak and Dagger is a little bit, in my opinion, a little bit better than Runaways.
Yeah,
I couldn't finish Cloak and Dagger. I couldn't finish it.
But I can't suffer through another sad season. I have to let it go. So replace. I mean, it's just sad. And so
damn.
I am gonna watch Moonfall, even though the premise is stupid.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm gonna watch it.
I'm gonna watch
it
it
with you, Anthony. I'm gonna watch it. It seems
Roland
ridiculous.
Emmerich.
I'm gonna watch it, but the premise of the whole
Yep.
thing is as stupid as hell.
Yes.
I
That is a B sci-fi
It's a
Friday night
C
film.
sci-fi
It is that book.
No, it's a
bad.
D+. Let's be real.
I
Okay.
have to ask a question. Just looking at the trailer, what about Earth would possibly be appealing after the destruction that we've seen from just from what we've seen in the trailer? That's a win. It looks like the entire West Coast is now underwater because of some freaking moon tsunami or whatever. And it's like that sort of gravitational destruction does
Tom.
not heal.
The moon is crashing into the earth. And the fact that they are first off, the fact that the cell phone is able to work in outer space.
They got 5G.
And inside
I was
of
about to say
the moon.
5G.
It's not closer to the satellite.
Okay, yeah, they're closer now.
First of all, let's be clear. The Fast and Furious franchise put a Pontiac Fiero in space.
Thank you.
Cell
They
phones
did,
is a
Liz.
last-
Liz, they
And
did.
Liz,
They
you loved
did.
it. And you loved it, Liz.
They did
You
put a
loved it.
Pontiac Fiero in space.
Well, they saved them.
Where they were able to
Fiero.
tape up their spacesuits and do a moonwalk. They did do that.
You like that
Right.
shit,
The
Liz.
Fast
The
and Furious.
thing,
Bruh.
the fact that they are going and they're like, we are in the middle of the moon. What?
Fast and Furious what?
Cannot.
Fast
The moon
and
is
Furious.
hollow. It's science.
The moon would not have the same gravitational impact if it were hollow. The moon's center of gravity and the displacement of mass on the moon would be totally different if it were hollow. I mean, none of it makes sense. And the simple fact, it's like they're making IKEA fall collection jokes in a disaster movie, and they're throwing all of these Emmerich films like they're all excellent, bro. Like the only one I could really rock with out of that laundry list of bullshit was The Day After Tomorrow, and that's just because Jake Gyllenhaal and Dennis Quaid and planes freezing out the air and shit like that.
I mean, that one was okay.
No, that's what I'm
It's
saying.
okay.
Have you guys
Day
seen
After
the
Tomorrow
meme?
was fine, but like Independence Day and all that other fuckery, come on.
Have you seen
No,
the
Independence Day
meme
1 is still the
of-
best.
Well, of his films, perhaps.
Well, and then
but I
he
mean,
had
that's still
Stargate. He had Stargate with Kurt Russell.
Stargate
That was
makes
Roland
more.
Yeah.
That makes more internal sense than Independence Day. That whole bullshit of "Welcome back, boys," and he flies into the man. If you don't kiss my entire,
Independence
unlike
Day.
Ryan, I'm not going to say
Back.
"kiss me in the ass." I'm going to say kiss my ass because Ryan, you did say that twice that
I
you
sure
want these
did.
people to
I'll
kiss
say
you
it again.
in the ass.
Yeah, that's right. Eat
Okay,
the
but
booty like
have you guys
groceries.
have you?
Oh
my God.
my God.
Have you seen the memes though of Holly Berry? And Holly Berry finally responded, and with some kind laughing because in all of her movies she always loses a son. So they like
Oh
put all
shit.
and so in this movie she additionally leaves behind a son. So it's like, can you at least leave behind a daughter? Can you
Well,
get a girl
She
before
did
you leave?
she did in Parabellum in chapter 3.
You mean
That was
But
the
she
daughter.
lost a doggy baby.
No,
No,
her
daughter.
daughter. Remember,
Daughter.
John Wick
Her daughter.
finds her daughter.
Mm.
Yeah,
Well, but
that
if
is
she
true.
finds the daughter, then she didn't leave him behind.
Well,
She
no,
left
it's-
him. Her.
Yes.
She left her.
But
She
She
left
the
left
her.
him and was
majority
like,
of
"Look,
her
I don't even want to know where she's at."
She is. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Look, Holly. She rocks the role of the bad mother. It's okay. It's okay. Holly,
And
I
it's
still
like
Losing
love you.
Isaiah.
I still love you, Holly.
Jungle
You don't gotta
Monsters
worry about it.
Ball.
Fever,
Monster
Monsters
I
Ball.
want to make you feel good.
Thank you, thank you,
Tom.
thank you,
Tom,
thank you.
Tom,
I'm
what are you
nasty.
watching, brother?
I have decided that I'm gonna start watching The Nevers because it's a relatively short set of episodes.
Okay.
I did watch The Gilded Age, the first episode of The Gilded Age.
how was it?
Well, you know what? I do not like. I mean, I love the chick from The Good Wife and the Good
Mhm.
Fight. The Broadway woman, she's great.
Yeah.
But this woman that they are trying to make into a star, I think it's maybe Thaisa from Formiga. Is that Vera Formiga's sister or something? The one who was from The
Probably.
Leftovers and the one who was from Ghostbusters Afterlife. She has a very blank affect to me. I don't like her.
okay.
And she is the other person. She is the counterbalance to the lead character that's played by and Christine Baranski. So there's Christine Baranski, who's old New York, and there's this other woman who's new money New York, and they are battling back and forth. And I just don't like her as an actor. But the set design is beautiful, and it's Downton Abbey in America. So basically, I mean, if you like Downton Abbey, I think you'll probably like this. It's an era right before Downton Abbey because there's no motor cars or anything like that. But I mean, it's a costume drama. I go
Yeah,
for
well,
costume
yeah,
period
you
dramas.
you like the period pieces. That's fresh.
I
All
do.
right. All right. We forgetting anything before we run out of time tonight?
Tawala,
What
did
else
you
is
say
there?
what you're watching?
He's
Really
watching
and truly,
Ozark.
I'm
Ozark.
about
He's
to
got
start
Ozark.
Ozark because
Yeah.
I'm pretty much caught up on everything. I mean, look, I'm into the Peacemaker. I am curious to see what happens on the next episode of the Book of Boba Fett. I'm
Use a
hardcore
lie.
into My Hero Academia. I mean, that is one of the best
Oh, okay.
anime series, hands down. That series is so insanely good, mind-blowingly good. I've just been through 2 of the movies, and I'm just marathoning the shit out of My Hero, and of course Demon Slayer. Because that's my fallback. Like when there's nothing else on, there's a shit ton of anime series that are out there that you can get into.
Right. That's
Of
true.
course, One Piece. So I'm watching all that, but when it comes to television on the in between, and since there's so much Ozark to get
Consume.
into, yeah, I can start it with that. I can definitely start it with that.
You ain't gonna get no sleep. None.
No sleep.
No. Hey, look, no, I'm on a whole bunch of uppers right now to numb the pain, so I'm good because I am in
Damn,
pain, y'all.
damn.
I really
Bilbo
am.
Baggins?
It's not a game. It's not a game right now.
Wait, did
It's so
hey,
not a game.
who
It's
gave you
not a
those
game.
pills? Was his name Bill? Dr. Cosby?
Mm.
No, but
Oh,
I'm
you're gonna wake up
about
feeling
to make
dirty.
it happen.
Come
I'm
here.
about to make it happen.
Oh, Twala. Oh.
We had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 5, 5.
Bye.
I got the good stuff.
Give us the chocolate cake.
Oh shit! All right, Anthony, good sir, take us out, brother.
Good news, everybody.
McBain.
Give Daddy a kiss.
Oh. Oh. Dr. Liz.
This is not the way.
Oh man. Oh damn, man. Cunningham.
Where is my hobby suit?
Mo Kelly.
Lilu Dallas Multipass.
Leela and Multipass. You know this Multipass. Leela Dallas, my wife.
Excelsior. I'm nasty.